here trackside at Gloucester Park after the launch of the Western Bonanza. We've been able to be joined by Peter Anderson, who's got a few nice runners nominated for Friday nights, and we're just going to get an update on how they are all going. Firstly, we'll have a look at Mighty Flying Thomas. Pete, he's been racing pretty well. He had a stint at Kalgoorlie where his form wasn't too bad. Been drawing pretty wide of late. You're just looking for a draw?
Yeah, look, I thought his both runs at Kalgoorlie were super. He faced the breeze and run second, and then he was 3 deep from the 1200 and run second again. Both excellent runs on the small track. Then I kept him back. I actually waited for a race where he could draw, and he drew 7, so it didn't help me. So I've waited another fortnight for the M24 with Buchanan with a claim, and hopefully he can draw. But if he draws, he'll give really good sight like he always does. You know, like he's very unlucky in the draw here. I think he's drawn 6 or 7, probably 6 or 7 occasions. At least 5 when I put Buchanan on when he could draw 1. So you take that, but hopefully his luck's about to turn. And if he does draw a barrier where he's lines in the first 4, he'll take a lot of beating.
A decent push for Mighty Flying Thomas, given if he can draw. Les Harry's got first preference to the M2, M4, but nominated for the M1 stand and M3 stand. His last 2 wins have been very good. The Hood just gave him that little bit of concentration he needed. He's really bounced through with some good wins. Yeah,
the Hood, but also look, the horse has always suffered very bad feet, and he went to my uncle's who had him for 6 or 7 months and did a lot of good work on his quarter cracks, and he's absolutely fixed them now. And the horse has always been 3/4 fit because you couldn't work him, and I've been able to poke a bit more work into him because of his feet have been good. And the Hood was sort of he used to switch on and switch off a bit, but he still does that even with the Hood. But main thing is his feet, and he's getting fitter. And on Friday, the preference will only be the M2, M4 if they split the race and Mighty Flying Thomas can be separated. Otherwise, he'll probably switch to the stand off the front and try and get a cuddly trip while he's in this good form and hopefully print some more stake money.
He's been racing very well, and Dudley Anderson done a good job with him then to get his feet back spick and span. Live long and prosper, this horse. I was just speaking to you off camera about he's been waiting for a draw. He's one draw he did get. He bumped into Crusader Banner and he went quite well. He just needs a draw. He's down the list a bit in the nominations, but if he races Friday night in the MO, he should run a pretty good race with a draw.
Yeah, look, he's a limited horse, but he's also a capable horse, and he's been in really good form lately. He's been frustrating. Like, he did draw and he led, and Crusader Banner got him, which we thought, but he did give some cheek in that race. We brought him back the next week and he drew 12, and it just shows you what barrier draws are at Gloucester Park, and he rang out the back door. But he's working really well. It's an MO only random barrier draw. If the horse draws 1, 2, 8, 9 and ends up in the first half of the field, he should be able to fill a place. I haven't been able to see the noms yet, but he is working really well, but does need a barrier draw.
Rocky Marciano will be second up. He's in the M3 plus standing start. As soon as Morgan went to make a run at Northern, they just put the hammer down, made it pretty hard for him, but a good run to work him into some fitness.
Oh, you look very hard when you bring these horses back where to go when they're M4, because they get to come through the classes. They're very fit. They go for the spell that they deserve, and then they come back unfit, and there's really nowhere to go before you can put them in the deep end. So you go off the 30 metres in the stand at Northam, and as you said, he took off 3 deep, and they run a 28.5 quarter from the winning post to the 400 metre mark. But I think the form line in that race was he probably did as much work as JB Grin and beat it home by about 10 metres. So I'm pretty happy where he is. I'm going to race him in this stand and another couple of stands to try and get his fitness up before we go back to the mobiles, because you're racing class horses when you're an M4, and if you're not fit, you end up in trouble. So it's a good way that I can get him fit without really hurting him.
And you've got a few nice horses that are resuming over this weekend that's just been, and a couple over the next, today and tomorrow. Happy with how the stable is progressing?
Oh yeah, look, I've got a fairly nice team. Medley Moose won the Kalgoorlie Cup, and I think he's a really nice horse. He's tough, and he can run a quick quarter, even racing tough. Hawkeye Bromac is a really nice horse, but he's a fairly immature 4-year-old, and I think that you'll see him get better and better. He sort of runs a couple of really good ones and then an ordinary one. You can't back him up and stuff like that, but he is a class animal, and people should remember him because he is going to be a nice horse. I've got, other than that, I've got Bronze Seeker just about ready to come back. So, there's a fair bit of depth there without being stars, and we sort of win our races and place them well. And hopefully some of my babies this year will come up, and hopefully we've got a good one.
Well, best of luck with your stable. You've got a nice, even sort of stable, a few nice horses there. But as you said, like Rocky Marciano is getting to his mark, which makes it a lot harder. But horses with plenty of ability, and hopefully more winners to come over the Summer Carnival.
Yeah, we're doing our best, and we can't complain. We've had a good year, and all the horses that we have bought have all sort of paid for themselves. So we've invested in a couple more that will be coming on the scene shortly, and hopefully we can get that elusive good one out of our babies.
Well, thanks for your time, Pete, and best of luck.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. Thank you.